Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. We have game number 2 for the night where we're staying in the rival league. We got Vortex taking on the number 2 seeded Hydra. Speed Demon back in the booth. Got Mallow here with me for this one. Mallow, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, taking a look at these rosters, starting with Hydra, the 2 seed. Top to bottom on the MMR on the sheets is Landon, Sanzo, Cotni, and hey, it's the Twiggy. Everyone knows Sanzo and Cotni. Sanzo, I believe, is like the number 1 player rating player in Rival this season. Someone to definitely look out for. And Cotni, is always, again, one of those longtime Nemesis members, always finds a way in the playoffs, always, someone to look out for. And then on the other side, you got Vortex with Rick, DJ, Stellar, who was a part of my Kings early on in the season. We traded him away over to Vortex, and Gilly, which is also a really good lineup. They were able to, make it into that 7-8 matchup. They took down that whiteout team that we just saw in game 4. So if that tells you anything with how good of Whiteout's defense is, that this team can take them down just like Distortion did, this should be a really good matchup between the 2 seed and the 7 seed.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I realized I was muted there. Apparently, my audio changed on me. Didn't realize that. Thank you for letting me know. Dr. Shadow let me know. That's who I was thinking, by the way. Not you. I wasn't being sarcastic to you, but still waiting for most of the players to get into the lobby here, Speed, and Sanzo, who's one of the best players in Rival, being that I think he has the same player rating as one other person in Rival. So there's definitely a lot of talent in this, and I fully expect it to be a longer series than what we just saw. But you never know when you get 2 good teams like this. It could be back and forth, and the scoreboard, only down by 1 the majority of the time, or OTs, and they just happen to go one way for a team the entire time, and it could look like it'll be a sweep, but it's actually been a very, very close series. So we'll see what happens there. See if we can get the rest of these players in the lobby.
Yeah, while we work on getting the rest of those players in the lobby, it's one thing to notice that I've, really liked about this postseason so far through the play-in tournament, that we saw, we had 9 games for the play-in tournament so far, and with that first quarterfinal game, that's one of only like 3 really, lopsided series that we've seen. A lot of them have gone game 5 or 4, but they've been really, really exciting, really, really close matchups where, most of the games in that series have been decided by a goal. With a lot of those games going into overtime. There's been a lot of overtime games so far this postseason, which is always really exciting. It makes it so much more intense as a player, as a spectator, as a caster. It just makes it for, a really, really fun time. So, I'm really expecting that here. I'm expecting a lot of close 1-goal games, a lot of overtime games, and I could really see this series, even though it's the 2-7 matchup. I'm really expecting this one to go probably 7 in the favor of Hydra is my personal prediction. Mallow, I don't know who you're taking in this one, but I think I'll take Hydra, the 2 seed, but I think it'll be a close one in 7.
Yeah, I think I got Hydra also. I'm not sure what the game count will be here, but I would love to see a game 7 though. So I honestly might say Hydra in 6.
And that's very respectable. They are the 2 seed. There is a little bit of a difference between the records. Hydra getting that earn that spot as the 2 seed to get one of the teams having to fight their way through the play-ins. So typically you see stuff like that, and typically you'll see these series be a little lopsided. But this Vortex roster is no slouch. So 6 is still set for a great series, as We're starting to get some of the players in here. It looks like we got some of Vortex players in here. We got Sanzo from Hydra. So we're just trying to wait out. We got Cotni, Twiggy.
Yeah, I think they all just joined in. So
We got 8 in the lobby with you and me. So for the 2 casters, yep, DJ's in there. So it looks like we got everyone in the lobby here, Mallow. Your predictions, Hydra in 6. I got Hydra in 7. Everyone's in the lobby. I think we are time to get this thing up and running.
yeah. Just make sure everyone's good to go first, and then we'll get this started. There we go. Yeah.
All right, there we go. They're ready. They're jumping in. They're excited. We got Hydra, number 2 seed, taking on Vortex, number 7 seed, in the quarterfinals. As we are underway, kickoff about to happen. DJ, Sanzo, in favor of Twiggy. Twiggy just gonna stick this one wide. Unfortunate, Cotni coming in. Drops this one down middle, but Sanzo had to retreat. 2 up here. He's gonna get this one off to the side. Over to Cotni. Cotni keeps that one alive. Unable to follow. Stellar looking for the pass middle, but Sanzo's gonna clear this one away. DJ collecting, pops it up to the side, putting this one middle. Twiggy clears this one on a gay to the sidewall, but Rick on the backboard gets it past one, and Sanzo's there again for another clear. Hydra, Cotni putting this one down and on target, and they're gonna take the early 1-0 lead, Mallow.
Oh yeah, that was a great pass there by Sanzo. Cotni able to send it down the field, and DJ just barely out of reach of that one, getting it by that last defender there, and Hydra scoring early.
Yeah, and it's super important, you know, to be able to keep that pressure. They kept the pressure, but when keeping a lot of pressure like that and keeping a team in their defensive end, it can be hard sometimes with your rotations, as Cotni looking for the bump so Sanzo can get a free net, but unable to get that bump off. Twiggy 50s this one middle, still giving a little trouble for DJ, but DJ's gonna body 2 right over to Sanzo. Sanzo, Cotni double commit, but Cotni's gonna take this one to the air. Gonna look to bring it down to the ground, but right over to Twiggy as Twiggy puts this one on net, and Cotni just gonna secure that goal and is gonna tap that one in.
Yeah, the demos are coming hard and fast here. They're flying around. This Hydra team, they are showing that they're ready to give no mercy, and that's exactly what they're doing here. 2-0 early, and we're seeing participation from everyone on that team.
Yeah, participation, everyone getting involved early here, and again, you're really looking for this Vortex team to, you know, try to get something going. They've had some pressure, but they're getting countered on quite easily, so Stellar gonna look to get something going, but Twiggy's gonna 50 this one up in the air, right down to Sanzo. Sanzo's gonna clear it into the corner, trying to get this one middle, but big clear by DJ, right to Cotni in the middle. Can't quite control it, but he gets a good 50. Trying to get another 50, sends it back to Sanzo. Sanzo a little bit awkward, gonna leave it for Twiggy. Stellar up, looking for the pinch middle, gets one, looking for another touch, gets it past Cotni, net's there, Rick off the crossbar, but Stellar's gonna try to turn this one in, and he does, and he's gonna bring this back to a 1-goal game.
Rick is thanking Stellar right now because that was a wide open net, but hey, Speed, I'm very guilty of missing those wide open nets. I think a lot of us are, so it's totally understandable, but you know, you're in rivals, sometimes that may be your only chance to get a goal in, and luckily Stellar was there to clean that up, and now Hydra's lead is cut in half.
Yeah, that's huge for Stellar. Great awareness, goes and steals the opponent's boost, able to turn on a dime and sneak that one in as Cotni was threatening to come back for the save. And that's definitely a huge start for Vortex to get back into this one, bring the lead in a little closer. Sanzo looking for the bump on the third, unable to get it. Stellar's gonna pop it over one, has one man back, pops it over another, leaves it for Rick. Rick with another wide open goal, and this time he's gonna sink this one in and tie this game up.
What ball control there by Stellar through that entire process, getting it around 2 defenders there at the end and the demo on the second. And Rick is like, thank you very much, I'll ensure that this ball goes in, and now we have a tie ball game, and we still got over half of this game to play, Speed.
Yeah, we're just now halfway through. It's 2-2, 2:30 left, as Sanzo is gonna take this one to the wall. Try to pop this one middle, comes off the wall just a little too much for his liking. Stellar low boost, just gonna fake the air dribble, keeps it low, stays on the ball, but no, this one's gonna get sent out as Twiggy's able to chase this one down. Gonna take it slow. Trying to pass it back out to one of his teammates, but DJ makes that read, cuts it off. Rick with the dunk, floating down in front of the net. Waterfall, that's scary. Cotni a little awkward off the back wall, but he's able to do it. Gets another touch, tries to get over another. Leaves it for Sanzo, who 50 it. Cotni, again. Gonna try to take control. Leaves it for Stellar. He's gonna send this one down. Looking for the 50. No, he's gonna look for the shot, and that one just goes wide and high. As ball's gonna be out in the corner. Sanzo looking for it. Leaves it for Cotni after the 50. Cotni gets demoed. Bump comes out there by Sanzo. Leaves it for Twiggy. This one's gonna bounce up in the middle. Cotni's gonna be the first one to this one. Gets the reset, but not very helpful as he's gonna put it awkwardly back post. Rick's gonna send this one middle. Twiggy gets the 50. He's gonna take it slow. Gets it past Stellar. Gets a good 50 down the field, and now they have a 2v1 advantage here, Mal, as they're gonna put this one on off the side post, and that's gonna be super unfortunate here for Hydra, Mallow, as you know they were looking to take the lead again with just over a minute to go.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate there, and you know I mentioned on the previous potential miss by Rick. Now Hydra's getting that same effect there, hitting the corner of the post, but it's dangerously in front of the net, and Sanzo able to get that ball in around the defenders, and that ball, whew, I'm shocked that happened there. But you know, just when you flail around the net like that, you know, things like that will happen, and you know, unfortunately for Vortex, that did happen. So if they can respond here, speed real quickly, then you know they can kind of say, okay, shake it off.
That's not gonna happen as the ball bounces out middle to a Sanzo with plenty of boost, and he's gonna take this one, power shot this one into an empty net as Rick's going to get back boost, and he just puts it out of the reach of Stellar, and now they're up 4-2, excuse me, 2-0, 2-goal lead with 45 seconds to go as the number 2 seed. Kickoff underway. Cotni gets the dunk, gets the read. He's gonna try to 50 this one. Rick's gonna take it up to the air. Gets it past 2. Unable to beat the third man. Stiller's gonna look for one more. Sanzo sends it to the corner. This one's back middle. Twiggy trying to get a pass down to Cotni, but Cotni's nowhere to be found. All the way back in his end, playing solid defense. Gonna look for a 50 here in the corner as they're both low in boost. Him and Stellar send it all the way across. No one there for Vortex as Sanzo's gonna have plenty of time and full boost. Gets it over 2. Can't get the pass middle, but that one's gonna get sent out to Twiggy as that one hits ceiling right down to DJ. And this is all but over here for game number 1, Mal, as Hydra is gonna take a 1-0 series lead here. Once this ball hits the ground, it's just all but a formality now.
Yeah, Hydra showing why they're the number 2 seed here. Sanzo, Cotni, Twiggy, all part of the participation there. No one really, just out showing or just being the outlier here, the true MVP. Everyone was getting their shots in, if you will, and if you're Vortex, you have to think about your defensive positioning here and your defensive touches, because I think that's really what hurt them a lot during that game 1 there.
Yeah, their offense looked great. That turning point in that series was that small defensive mishap, poor communication, probably a little bit of panic as that ball was waterfalling down. And just kind of unfortunate. One player went to go for the ball. The other one comes diving through. Player makes the save, starts to clear it out, but it hits off of the other defender, and it goes right into the net, giving Hydra that lead, which then in return gave them a little momentum and kind of put Vortex on the back foot. So if Vortex can just lock up, play a little more solid, less panicky on the defensive end, you know, that game could have easily gone the other way. So I'm really excited to see how they make some changes and, you know, how they can possibly turn this series around. It's only one game, but I can definitely see them, turning the tables and taking this game number 2.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, one of the biggest things, too, is going to be the demos and bumps. If they can maybe incorporate that maybe a little bit, and especially watching it out on defense, because that's how Hydra got their early lead there. But right now, a little bit bumping together here by DJ and I think that was Rick. So not a good look there, as they basically give the ball away due to that little bump by the teammates on Vortex side.
Yeah, and that's just super unfortunate. DJ thought Rick was going to take it, but Rick wanted DJ to continue to take it because he had no boost. So that's where, you know, you can see it happens on the defensive end for them. The communication quite isn't there. They need to, you know, tighten that up a little bit, but good 50 is going to come out. Stiller's on the other side, low boost. He's going to put this one just off the side post, and this one's going to come out. Cotni has to make another save from Rick, and now Twiggy's going to send this one off to the side. They're not quite out of the blue yet, as Cotni's low boost, but he does get a great clear here. But Stiller, big body 50 in the middle, puts that one down on target, but that's collected by Twiggy. Cotni looking to beat one, gets 50 straight up. Twiggy low boost, just trying to make contact here. Sanzo able to follow this one up. He's gonna put this one down. Stiller's there, sends it to the corner. Gives Rick plenty of time to collect it. Gets the good 50. DJ's downfield, Stiller's downfield. A little bit of a double commit again. Coming out from this Vortex team, they're getting great looks, but if they can just stop doubling and work together, that probably would have been a goal if one went for the ball and then the follow-up touch. But here we are, still scoreless, 2 minutes in. Kind of, you know, having all the pressure here on Hydra. Hydra's had one good, really offensive attack here, but other than that, it's been Vortex as Stellar's gonna put this one down from the beautiful back clear off of the backboard from DJ, and they're gonna go up early in this one.
What a beautiful Bardowski shot there by Stellar. It was a stellar shot, if you will. And DJ's clear obviously set that up. That was a beautiful clear by DJ. And this Vortex team is early. Well, I guess technically not early at this point because we're about halfway now. But getting the first goal here in this game too.
Yeah, that's huge. Being down 1-0 in the series already, to get the first goal, put the pressure on Hydra. Cotni gets the flipper set, trying to pass the middle, but Sanzo's not there. Stellar's going to be there again, puts it down on target, and DJ looking for that bump, and it's going to work. He doesn't quite get the bump, but he puts the pressure on Sanzo, so he isn't able to make that clear. And now they have a 2-0 lead now.
Yeah, Sanzo looked like he was up just a little bit too far right there, and as third man, and Vortex caught him out of position, able to send that ball past him. Now they get the early 2-0 lead, and here in this game too, Vortex is, I won't say sitting comfortably, but they're pretty happy with where they're at.
Yeah, they're definitely happy. Their defense is looking great this game. Their offense is looking great. You know, it was a close game, number one, other than, you know, a couple mishaps on their defensive end. And now they're looking to attack again. DJ sends this one down in the corner. Twiggy's going to get the pass over to the sidewall to Cotni. Cotni's got plenty of boost to work with. 50's one, Twiggy 50's the other, but Sanzo's not in a spot to be able to corral that one. DJ trying to get it past one, but Sanzo with a great 50, making it's awkward for Stellar. Cotni comes in, gets 50'd out, and now we see a 3v1 attack here coming out from Vortex. Stellar with the air dribble, trying to get the air dribble 50, and that one's going to get cleared away as Cotni sends this one down, but right to Rick. Rick's going to put a banger on, and now they're up 3-0, and they're feeling really good about themselves.
I guess they. I'm not sure what happened there. I think they kind of started going out of the goal there for a second, and maybe going for boost or something, and that ball just went straight to a Vortex car, and they were able to just send that one in, sneak it in. Sanzo unable to jump up in time, and now I would say that the Vortex team is sitting comfortably with this lead. With this little time left, a minute and 28, 27, something like that. Yeah, I would say that they're very happy with where they're at in this game too.
Yes, the Stellar looking to make another one happen, but doesn't have the boost to be able to follow it. This one's gonna clear it out. Cotni tries to 50 it. Straight back to Twiggy. Cotni gets that touch middle, but again, Sanzo's not there. They're playing a little conservative on the third man side of things, which is okay to see sometimes, but when you're down 3 goals and you really need a goal, you really gotta, at this point, say, hey, we can't win if we can't score, so they gotta start trying to, you know, get up in the offensive third. Stiller's making this one hard. In the corner, Sanzo gets the clear, gets it around 2. Trying to get it past the last defender and not able to, as this one's gonna get 50'd out all the way across the other side. Sanzo, Cotni. Getting a touch. Oh, this one's going to be trouble. Rick's there, though. He's able to collect it. No boost. Cotni trying to 50 him over in the corner. This one's straight up. Stellar with the clear. Rick's downfield trying to get this past middle or put it on target. Cotni having to race back. No boost. It's going to bring this one down for Sanzo. Sanzo's going to clear this off the sidewall. Back into the corner. But Stellar again there to collect it. Now there's 10 seconds left, Mal. And this is all but over. Just got to let the time run down. And we're going to be all tied up at 1 here after game number 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's a card change going on or something. I can't see the chat, so not sure what's going on Hydra's side. But yeah, the let's see here. Yeah, looking at this, 10 shots by Vortex to the 4 of Hydra, and their offense came alive that time.
Yeah, Stellar, 2 goals, a save, 7 shots. Stellar himself personally outshot the whole Hydra team as, you know, he really wanted to bring this one back. Stellar, a great player. You know, sad to see him go. It didn't quite work out with my Kings rosters. So, you know, we did make a change and, you know, it's working out in his favor as he is here. He's up against the number 2 seed in the quarterfinals and he is making a name for himself as, you know, he was able to get this one tied back up. Looks like Twiggy's back. It looks like it was just a quick card change. So, you know, we are tied up 1-1 here, heading into game number 3.
Yeah, and Hydra definitely needs to pick up the aggressiveness again like they had that game 1. It seems like they got picked up on with the aggressiveness by the Vortex team, but they didn't adjust anything after that to keep it up, you know, keep up those demos and such that they were doing so well on in game 1. And right now, they're here in game 3 in the early stages, and they're facing big time pressure again from the Vortex offense.
Instantly off of the kickoff to open this game. Huge pressure coming up from Vortex as this one's going to be cleared down from DJ. Over to Rick. Rick gets the boost. Looking to get this one middle. Coming down off the ceiling. Stellar commits with him. Now there's going to be awkward situation here as Sanzo goes for the bump, but smart play by DJ to challenge that sooner than later instead of waiting for that bump to come towards him. So this one gets sent off the backboard. Sanzo there to collect. 50'd out by Stellar. DJ there to try to send it down. Trying to get the 50. Stellar underneath. Low boost. Trying to take control. Gets a good 50 towards the net. This one 50'd out by Sanzo. Sanzo kind of try to get this one down the field. Low boost does, but Cotni's there. Low boost. Unable to get anything going further. Gonna take a little bit of time here. Twiggy sends this one off the backboard. Awkward for Stellar. Sanzo a little too close, expecting someone to get that touch, but unable to. As this shot's gonna come out by Cotni, and that one goes off the crossbar as well. And we've seen a lot of shots come out here from Hydra that are just going off the side post and right back out. And you know, this series could be a different direction right now if they were just able to put their shots on target a little bit more here, Mello.
Yeah, and it's not really just Hydra. Vortex has done it too, but we've definitely seen it a little bit more out of Hydra here. But, you know, when you are going that fast, when you're doing that type of speed, you know, there's potentially bigger room for mistakes, and, you know, I think that's where we're seeing it from with them is their shooting accuracy.
Yeah, you're playing so fast. You're trying to play fast. You're trying to keep the pressure. Not all the time are you able to pinpoint exactly where you're trying to aim, as this one's just kind of sitting in the middle, waiting for someone to attack. DJ finally does and throws this one down on net. Falls it through, gets it past middle, but Cotni, full boost, sends this one out. Stellar keeps it in the offensive half. The Twiggy's going to send it down. Rick, low boost, backward, awkward, getting bumped in his own half. He does collect his boost. Twiggy creating havoc in the corner, but Rick comes away with it and gets a great 50, but this one is going to be wide, so we're going to have Sanzo collect it. He's going to send it off to the side, but DJ's there. Looking back middle. Stellar's there, gets the touch, puts it on to a net with a man in it, but no boost and not able to react soon enough to be able to make that save.
Yeah, that was a good pass there by DJ over to Stellar, and Twiggy trying to get back uh, trying to get back to the. I can't even think where I was going with that, but yeah, Stellar getting that fast. Twiggy wasn't able to get back into position because of not having any boost. He was probably going around trying to collect it and wasn't able to fast enough, and was able to get scored on due to that.
Yeah, and that's, Hydra, the number 2 seed, coming in, didn't play in a play-in game as this Vortex team did. So we're definitely seeing a little bit of momentum coming up from them. They're looking great. Their passing plays are on point. They're getting pressure. They're getting demos as one comes out there from Rick. Stellar looking for the back pass in the mid towards DJ, but DJ gets out 50'd. Rick's going to collect this one in his back half. Sends it down, beats another. He's looking for the air dribble bump, but Stellar doesn't have enough boost to be able to get it. Cotni is going to try to send this one down. Gets 50, but Twiggy's still there to collect it. Throws one on. Stellar gets the save, gets this clear. Another DJ demo comes out from DJ, making it awkward on the back half for Hydra, as they're now down to a minute left, Mallow. And what do you need to see from Hydra in the last minute to see them tie this one up and potentially send this one to overtime?
Well, the aggression is still there. They're just getting beat to the ball quite a bit, and I would say the biggest thing that they need to do is ensure that their shots on goal are a little more accurate, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing, because defense in Rocket League doesn't win games alone. You got to have some offense, and you got to have offense that can score. So we'll see what they do here with the last 30 seconds, but it's been tough for them so far in this game 3.
Yeah, it really has. They're down to 18 seconds now, still in their defensive halves. This one does get cleared out. Cotni's got full boost to work with. He's going to send it up off the backboard, looking for the double touch pack middle. Twiggy low boost, just going to keep this one. Cotni trying to 50 that one out as this one gets sent down, and they're going to have 3 seconds left. They're going to have to keep this one up, and there it is, up off the backboard. DJ gets a great save and a pinch out, and this one is going to drop down, and Vortex is going to take the 2-1 lead into this series. They take game number 3, and the momentum has now shifted from being down 1 game in the series to now they're up 1 game in the series.
Yeah, and I know they were trying to get the server switch here, but during the middle of all that, I can't really go through all that during the middle of it. Both teams have to agree to East, because we are Central as far as the servers this season. It was changed from East prior to help with West Coast, but let's see. I'm trying to say we're going to 4. Yeah, I can't see what they're saying. So
I can't see anything right now either. I was gonna try to type and say Hydra would have to agree to be Vortex would have to be able to agree to switch to servers. So, but I can't type currently, so can't let them know that. We'll have to wait until this lobby does reset, and I'll send that courtesy message for you real quick while you get everything else set up as you're streaming tonight.
Yeah.
Let me get that typed up for you. Looks like they're just gonna join up.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna roll with it for now.
They're gonna roll with it. But we are game number 4 here. Vortex, the 7 seed, up 2-1 in this series against the number 2 seed. Kickoff underway. Cotni collects this one. Low boost, gets the flick over Stellar, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Hydra. Go down 1-0 in the 2-1 in the series and start off game number 4 with a bang.
Yep. And Cotni able to get an early goal there, 1-0. And this Hydra team, I knew this series was going to be a tough series. It's going to be close, and we've seen that so far here. Speed. The biggest surprise for me, to be honest, has been how well Vortex responded after that game 1 loss.
Yeah, they responded really well, as they just almost responded really well to letting up a goal early on, and they are responding, as Stellar missed his opportunity, didn't quite have the boost to be able to reach to it, but they kept the pressure on, and DJ is going to tie this game up 30 seconds in.
Yeah, that's a big statement right there. Scoring that quickly after getting scored on, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Hydra scored last game, right? So, you know, allowing them to score and then immediately answering back here after not allowing them to score the second game is huge.
Yeah, and a beautiful save comes out there from Hydra to keep this game knotted up at 1. Rick, beautiful touch to himself on the sidewall, looking for that ground pitch, doesn't get it, so he decides to go for the bump. Cotni outsmarts him, dodges it, gets around it. Stellar 50s it. That one's gonna go back middle to Twiggy as an awkward save comes out from DJ, but Stellar's there to save that one away to the corner. As Rick's gonna clear this one out and relieve a little bit of pressure, but Sanzo's gonna send it right back down in. Not a lot of boost to follow. Doesn't get that touch. Cotni gonna put this one down and on, but Stellar again there to make the clear. But right to Twiggy as Twiggy looks for the double tap, and that one's gonna get cleared away by DJ. As we're seeing both teams, you know, start to really heat up. Great defensive plays, great offensive plays coming out from both teams now. As Sanzo sends this one back to Twiggy. Twiggy gets 50. Sanzo back to the middle. Back to Twiggy. Twiggy unable to get touch. Sanzo's there. Gonna send it across the middle. Steal their back boost. As a long shot's gonna come out. And Cotni has to race back and make a beautiful save. So now Rick's gonna take it slow. Had no one back behind him. Gets 50'd out. Ball's floating around in the midfield. Gets sent down to Cotni with no boost. Sends this one middle. Stellar easily able to make a touch there to himself. But again, Hydra putting on the pressure, keeping the pressure with 50s. As DJ's going to send this one out, but again, right to a Hydra player. Now, Vortex looking great on the defensive end, but they're not really able to get a lot of great clears right now, Mal.
Yeah, they really aren't, and it's looking at this though, it's I don't know. I'm trying to come up with the words here because this Vortex team has been really good so far in this series, and Hydra looking a little bit more like they did in Game 1, but not as much as they did. But being tied at 1 here with about 2 minutes remaining, with a potential shot here coming up with Vortex, Sanzo able to send that one out. Now an opposite thing here occurring, potential, it was a 2v2, and yes, Speed, the game being tied here, I think whoever scores next is probably going to win this game because, and of course, you know, if it goes to overtime, then of course that'll be the case, right? But if it's during regulation here, with the way this game has been going, it's been such a low-scoring game, and Game 2 was the same way.
Yeah, it was low-scoring games, great offensive plays, great defensive plays. As a shot's going to come out from Sanzo, that was passed down by Cotni, great clear. And, you know, Sanzo able to read Rick's save attempt, wasn't able to get a great clear as Sanzo reads that one, puts it in, gives them the 2-1 lead as Hydra is back on track to try to tie this series up with 1:25 to go. Kickoff underway. Cotni, Sanzo. As Twiggy's gonna come and collect this one. Not a lot of boost. Able to get one more follow-up. 50's it up middle. He's looking to go for it, but Cotni's coming in for the double commit. He's gonna steal their boost. Look for another pass middle. Opts for the reset pass attempt instead of just trying to pass it down middle as Rick comes to take this one right off of DJ's head, and he's gonna hit crossbar. It goes down, but it does not go down and in as Hydra's gonna clear this one away, give them a little breathing room. Rick looking for the pass over to Stellar. Stellar puts it on, but Cotni's there to make the save. Cotni 50s it out, low boost, just trying to put it downfield, give them a little more breathing room. Passes it up to Twiggy. Twiggy puts a shot on, and Sanzo not able to follow up that rebound. This one's floating down in the midfield. Twiggy gets a beat. Down to Sanzo in the corner. Sanzo gets a soft touch to the middle. Cotni not there. Stellar gonna take this one back around. Rick clears it out. We have 20 seconds left. Hydra still up 1. But here, they are looking to threaten is Vortex. Great pass out to Stellar. Stellar looking for the solo play. Over 1, he gets it, and he's gonna tie this one up with 12 seconds to go.
That ball control there by Stellar was phenomenal. I know I could have used another word there for a pun, but Cotni just ever so close to that ball there as the last man wasn't able to get to that and challenge Stellar, and Stellar was able to get it by. Now, tied up 2-2, and we may be going to OT.
Got 2 seconds left. Ball sent over to the corner. Are they going to elect to keep it up? Rick tries to, throws it down on target, but run out of time as we are going to head to overtime. On this kickoff, we got Stellar. Sanzo. Sanzo gets a double 50 here. Cotni unable to get that read. Rick's up. Twiggy gets the beat. Down to Stellar, who collects it. Ups the dribble, but he's just going to get bumped off. Send it down to Cotni, who's going to bang it down the field. Looks for the dunk. Does get it over to Sanzo in the corner. Sanzo looking to go quick, looking to go fast. Tries to get the flip reset. Unable to, as DJ is going to send this down, but low on boost. Over the corner, Sanzo gets a touch. Twiggy there to follow through. Attacking, tries to get the pass middle, but gets 50'd out by Rick. Sanzo keeping it in, sends it down to DJ, who's going to clear this one out and give the Vortex a little bit of breathing room as he's going to follow this one down. Look for the pass middle. Twiggy gets it over one. Ball right to Stellar. Stellar there. Cotni tries to throw one on from far, but that one gets snuffed out by Rick. As now they're looking to attack here. Rick sends it up. DJ full boost. Gets the touch. Over one. Down to Sanzo. To Stellar. Cotni in the corner. Looking a little awkward. Gets bumped out. Sanzo there to save him. Gets the clear down. Unable to find Cotni on that deep pass. Twiggy in the middle. Gonna elect to try to take it slow, but misreads the catch. But Cotni saves him. 50's that there in the middle. As this one's gonna get cleared over to the sidewall to DJ, who's gonna take it up and look for a solo play here. Rick try to get the bump on Sanzo, who's sitting on the back wall. Almost got him, but it's gonna allow Twiggy to get this full boost. He's gonna flick it down to the middle of the field. Cotni tries to get the 50. Sanzo there, keeping the pressure on. DJ clear out, but right down to Twiggy in the middle field, who doesn't get the greatest touch, to Cotni, who sends this one down and on, and Cotni gets the rebound, and he's gonna put it away, and he's gonna tie this one up for Hydra. The series is gonna be tied 2-2 heading into game number 5.
Oh man, this series is exactly what I have expected of it. Back and forth here, and this Hydra team finally able to correct the issues they were having there. And we're looking at this game 5 speed. What does Vortex need to do to answer back?
You know, Vortex, I don't really know if there's anything that they need to do. Both of these teams are now firing on all cylinders. They both have great team plays, both going for the solo plays when needed, when asked for, mixing things up. The defenses are looking great. And, you know, what can you say on that last play for Cotni, right? Cotni gets a great 50. He gets the great, able to get his own rebound and is able to just to sneak it in. So, you know, I don't really know if there's anything that Vortex needs to change other than get better luck on the 50s. Like, that's what that game came down to right there, was just unfortunate 50, and Cotni was able to, re-corral that one.
Yeah, the 50s, they're definitely not working in your favor. Can hurt, and it can make a game. My goodness, my stuff over here is going crazy. But at any rate, going here into this game 5, and maybe we'll see the tides turning for Vortex when it comes to those 50s this time. 50 is definitely a big part of a gameplay that could make or break you. So will Vortex be able to answer back here, win this game 5, and be up in the series, as they are starting here early with the goal speed by Rick?
Yes, they do. Beautiful pass here from Stellar to DJ, who just misses a double tap, but Rick coming in from third man, out 50s the Hydra whole team there, and a slow bounce shot, gonna give them that early 1-0 lead, and that's exactly how you want to respond if you're Vortex. You know, series is tied, so just lost the previous game, but this series has gone back and forth, and I'm really excited to see how the rest of this one's gonna go, as Sanzo dribbles this one down to the corner, gets bumped off. Rick and Cotni tries to get this one flip middle, but he's going to get out 50. Sanzo's up, gets one touch, trying to wait for the double tap. Is he able to follow this up one more time? He is, gets the 50, sends it down into the corner. Cotni's there to follow. Gonna decide to play Stellar's touch. Going for the air dribble. Gets it past one. DJ's there, though. Full boost, and he's going to corral this one and bring it to the corner. Sanzo, though, 50s him. Off the ceiling. Rick's there. Awkward rebound. Forward. Twiggy's, though. And Twiggy is going to put this one in. And now Hydra responds right back. Not even 30 seconds later and ties it up.
Yeah, that was a quick answer there by Hydra. And beautiful setup there by that Hydra team, getting that goal, tying it up, and that is one thing that we have seen in this game on both sides. Speed is that everyone is doing a part. There's no one that's like standing out too much every single time, and that's what you love to see in Rocket League.
Yeah, as Hydra with a beautiful opportunity for the counter. Cotni goes for the double tap, just misses it. And then Twiggy went for the double tap and was unable to get it. And now gets cleared back out. Vortex had a quick opportunity here. DJ with a great 50 off the back wall. No one quite back for Hydra, and Sanzo is just gonna have to doink this one back off of his sidewall. Rick sends it high off the back wall, but Sanzo low on boost gets the great clear. Twiggy 50s this one over to Rick in the midfield. Rick decides to take it low under Cotni, takes it low under Sanzo, and is gonna give Vortex the lead. And I've seen LK in chat, Mallow, and he is definitely sweating through this series.
Man, that was beautiful placement there by Rick on that play there. Just going high, then taking it low, then sending it to the corner at the same time. Just beautiful placement. And if there's anyone that has been doing a lot of offensive, oh my. Speaking of offense,
from Twiggy.
Speaking of offense, right?
Wow, no boost. Twiggy challenging this one just to keep the pressure alive, and is able to find this miraculous angle and is gonna tie this one back up. And this is how you know you have some really good teams, Mallow, is when the teams are able to rebound and bounce back and, you know, instantly just take back a goal that was just scored on them and, you know, tie the game right back up again.
Oh yeah, mental is a big thing in Rocket League, and if you don't let, you know, bad games get to you, that's gonna make you a big time commodity. And this lobby here, everyone in this game here, is exactly that. They are all doing really well with their mentals and keeping them in check to make sure that it doesn't, you know, let them get away or get into their head. So will we see another goal here shortly? I don't know, but 2-2 with 1:55 remaining.
Yeah, 1:55 remaining. The way this series is going, I expect at least probably 2 more goals to come out in this one, as Cotni tries to get this one down, but instead sends it across. Twiggy keeps the pressure in, sends it down to Sanzo, who doesn't have a lot of boost, just going for the 50. DJ, big clear, but Cotni's up, makes a touch to Sanzo. Sanzo's gonna send it down to the deep left corner. Rick's there to collect. 50 by Cotni. A little awkward here by Hydra. Double commit coming up by Vortex. Rick turning on the wall, 0 boost. He's gonna get 50'd out by Cotni. This one's just sent to the sidewall. Cotni trying to do whatever he can. He did get that mid boost, but he was unable to make anything come from that, as this ball's gonna get sent all the way to the other side, and DJ's gonna collect his back boost. Send this one to middle to Stellar. Stellar, just enough boost to get off of that. DJ missing the demo on the third man, but Rick's still there, gets the 50, and Cotni coming out with a beautiful save at the 1 minute mark to keep this game tied 2-2.
Oh man, what a save there. What a sequence. Cotni getting 2 saves essentially, but Twiggy ready for that little dunk there by Sanzo, and then Cotni up in the air, passing it off the backboard. Twiggy getting that goal, and is that his second goal? I don't recall.
Yeah, I believe that is his second goal of this game, as they are going to take the lead. 40 seconds to go here, Mallow. Cotni trying to keep this one on. Beats 2. Not a lot of boost to work with, though, as he's going to 50 Stellar. And correction, that was Twiggy's third goal of this game. So Twiggy putting Hydra on his back in game number 5, trying to put them on match point. They are currently up 1. As DJ sends it to the corner to Rick. Rick tries to put it off on net, but just high off the backboard. Rick with the 50. Stellar trying to get that 50 there from Sanzo, who had no boost, and he's able to send that one just across. As Hydra's going to try to clear this one out, but Rick keeps it in. As the final seconds dwindle down, and somehow Rick shot. I don't know if that hit ceiling, if they were expecting it. I don't know. We're going to have to watch this replay. Does it hit ceiling?
Yeah, it does.
It does slightly hit ceiling, and I don't think they were expecting it to hit the ceiling, and it goes past 2 Hydra defenders with 4 seconds left, Mal.
Oh, man. And, you know, I was going to say before that, that clear by Sanzo going across the goal was super dangerous, but, you know, in the end there, you know, it worked out in the interim, but Rick, him and, this is Rick and Twiggy's game here. Rick and Twiggy, I think, are having the majority of the goals, if not all of them at this point.
No, they do. Twiggy has 3 for Hydra. Rick has 3 for Vortex. Rick looking for his 4th here in overtime, but that one's going to get stopped by Sanzo. Cotni's going to send this one down. Cotni gets the 50 out middle. A demo comes up from Sanzo. Twiggy there looking for the bounce shot. Hits off the crossbar. DJ gonna clear this one to the side. Gets demoed. Rick, low boost on the back wall. Gonna take it low. Collect it. Low boost. Gets it past 1. Makes it a little awkward here. Twiggy looking to get his 4th goal of the game, and he does. He sends this one in for Hydra, as Hydra's going to take game number 5, go up 3-2 in the series, and now are on match point. The number 2 Hydra against number 7 Vortex, heading to game number 6 with that match point in their pocket.
Oh man, the defense there of Vortex caught wildly out of position. Rick double committing with Stellar there. I don't know where Stellar went. I saw some potential chat messages, but you know how it is right now. We're not able to see them. So if they're trying to say something, we don't see it. But at any rate, we are going to game 6, and here in the best of 7 in Nemesis, you know what that means, right? That's Forbidden
Temple.
Yes.
The Forbidden Temple, where series becomes unbelievably tough. You may think that, you know, you got it in a bag. You got momentum, Hydra, but this is Forbidden Temple. Anything can happen. Anything will happen on this map. It is always one of the maps that throughout all of Rocket League, for some reason, they named it perfectly, and it's always placed in the perfect spot in a series where anything can happen. So I'm definitely excited to see this one, as, you know, Hydra's on match point. Vortex have looked great this series. We just saw the battle of Twiggy versus the battle of, excuse me, Rick, and Twiggy was able to take that one. But I'm really excited. This series has been great. You know, there's been players from both teams. You know, every game it's someone new stepping up for these teams. Last game, as we just mentioned, was Rick and Twiggy. You know, Cotni stepped up. We've seen DJ step up, Stellar step up, Sanzo stepped up. Everyone has had their name called, and everyone has answered to their name being called.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, dangerous ball right there. But yeah, it's not been one individual the entire time. One individual may have been the biggest, you know, participant in a game, you know, as we saw with Twiggy and Rick there. But it's everyone everywhere right now, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Rocket League fan, or in our case, you know, with the full reset. It's something awesome to see, because you don't know how things are going to turn out, and hopefully, you know, we do more full resets in the future. That's just my personal opinion. But right now, though, this game scoreless through the first minute.
First minute, both teams kind of go back and forth. Hydra hasn't had a lot of pressure, but they're starting to get some now. As this shot's going to come out from Sanzo on the waterfall, and Sanzo's going to take this one in. He's going to go up 1-0 in this game right at the 1 minute mark here. And, you know, if you're Vortex, What do you need to do? You're on match point. Your season's on the line. You're now down a goal here. Granted, it's early, but what do you need to see out of Vortex here to pick up momentum and try to force a game 7?
Well, the biggest thing is going to be their defense. Their defense, I think they need to check their positioning just a little bit, because I've seen, even for Rival, I think one too many double commits from them. Plus their positioning, like I said, they've been really close together. So hopefully they fix that. That will definitely help out a lot here. I would even say try to go for some bumps and demos, because I don't think they go for them that much. I know DJ has been the primary one doing that, but we gotta see the gameplay like that out of all of them.
Yeah, as you see, JJ just kind of fly by Sanzo there on the wall, trying to get him off the ball, go for the bump, but Sanzo's sticking to this ball. Stellar with a beautiful dunk, still got boost to follow. Cotni doesn't have any back. Stellar is gonna get this one middle to Rick, who's already up in the air, but gets out 50 there by Cotni. Great save. Cotni trying to follow this one through, does get the flip reset, passes it down middle to a Stellar though, as Rick throws this one on, but Twiggy pre-flip saves that one right on him, as now Stellar's back, trying to take it to the air, gets out 50, but right down to his teammate Rick, who flips it over one. Cotni up with another beautiful save, as Cotni's gonna follow this one down, trying to get another touch. He does. DJ's kind of awkward, but he's got plenty of boost, and he's gonna send this one to his corner, but they're still not out of the woods yet, as DJ does now get it over half. 50's Cotni, gets the demo too. Stellar taking his time, looking to pass this one middle to Rick, who's going to send this one over. Was hoping DJ was going to turn there, but he doesn't. But he's going to send this one back middle to Stellar, who doesn't have a lot of boost and is not able to get up to that one in time. Twiggy gets his touch. Over to Rick. Rick's going to throw this one on. And a beautiful save by Sanzo and Mallow. This Hydra team wants this win so bad. The beautiful saves have come out left and right.
Yeah, they really have. They've picked up their Rocket League gameplay here, and they fixed those mistakes that they had in the first couple of games here, where their positioning, as third man was a little off, and you can see where third man in the right position means a lot, and being able to correct that and be consistent now, it's a huge win for Hydra if you're a Hydra fan.
Yeah, Hydra now, a minute 20 left, but they're getting countered on. Stellar gets it over two, leaves it for Rick. Rick unable to follow it, but DJ's there off of Rick's fake and is able to just get it past the Hydra defender, who was racing back, and they're going to tie it up, a minute 13 left.
Nice touch there by Stellar to get it past the defense, and we talked about it before, that Forbidden Temple craziness, and I think we might see a little bit of it here with this last minute remaining.
Sanzo gets the dunk there. Twiggy trying to follow this one, gets one demo, trying to 50 out Stellar here, but Stellar's going to play it slow. Gets it past two again. He gets the flip reset, but unable to get it past Sanzo, the third man. As Stellar trying to keep this one in. DJ there, keeps it in as well, looking for the 50s. Their double commit comes up by Hydra, but it works out in their favor as Sanzo is able to clear this one out. Low boost, does get the 50 there in the midfield, up for Cotni, into the corner. Sanzo looks for that bump, unable to get it. DJ gets it over into the corner. No 50. Sanzo's gonna clear this one back down as we hit final 30 seconds here. Mellow as Rick gets the touch in the corner. Stellar 50s it out. Rick up in the air. No one challenging him yet. Gets it down to a Twiggy who's right there, who's gonna just pop this one up and try to clear it out of the way. Bad touch there by Stellar. Gets high off the crossbar. Sanzo there, able to make that read off the corner post with 14 seconds to go. Hydra is up one.
Oh man, what a touch there by Sanzo. Perfect placement, perfect speed, because if you hit that any softer or any harder, that thing probably would have popped out or gotten blocked, depending, which way you went with it. And Hydra leading last 10 seconds of this. Can Vortex answer?
A beautiful attempt there as the pass came out from Rick, but they're going to get countered on, and Cotni's going to put this one away. That is the dagger. 2 seconds left. It is possibly doable, but they need 2 1-second kickoff goals. Granted, that last one, all they need is at least 1 second on the clock and they can keep it up. But you know, this is all but over here. It was a great hard fought battle here by Vortex. As this ball goes up, that clock does hit 0, and this is going to do it. Hydra, the 2 seed, battles and stays alive against this hot Vortex team. Unfortunate to see them go, as you know, they definitely had what it takes to definitely make a run in this playoffs.
Yeah, they certainly did, and I mean, you see, they almost took Hydra to the limit there, you know, to 7 games. But congratulations to the Hydra team here, winning in 6. I do believe that is what I said here in the beginning speed. So I don't know how I
no
managed
caster
to get...
curse for you. No caster curse for you.
No, not at all, not at all. So. Yeah, congratulations to them, and we got another good matchup coming up here shortly.
Yes, we do. We're going to be heading to the Novice League, where we're going to have the number 3 seeded Spitfires taking on the number 6 seeded Crows. We will be back just shortly after a small little break as Mallow gets the lobby set up, gets these new teams in here. I am done for the night in the booth. We will be bringing back, I believe, Flip's going to be coming back. I think he's casting with you again, right, Mallow?
I believe it's Ventus. I think Ventus is coming.
We got Ventus coming into the booth with Flip for this next matchup. So stick around. We'll be right back after a short intermission for some novice playoff action.